So, what's the real difference between a company that absolutely crushes it and one that just gets by? It's not luck, that's for sure. It's a blueprint, a master plan. And today, we're going to demystify that exact plan, business strategy. All right, let's get into it.
I mean, really think about it. How do the best of the best consistently come out on top? They aren't just reacting to what the market throws at them. No way. They're actively shaping it. And the tool they use to do that is a powerful, clear, and well-thought-out strategy.
You know, the word strategy itself comes from the Greek for generalship. Kind of epic, right? And that's exactly what it is. It's the high-level plan for leading your troops into the marketplace, for playing to your strengths, and ultimately for winning. It's all about making deliberate choices on where you're going to play and how you're going to win.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll nail down what strategy really is and why it's more important than ever. Then, we'll look at the 3 different levels it operates on. And finally, we'll walk through a 6-step process to build one from the ground up, all the way from figuring out your mission to checking your results.
Okay, first things first. What exactly is business strategy? And why is pretty much everyone, from a startup founder in a garage to a CEO of a massive corporation, so obsessed with it?
Just look at the world we're in right now. Change is happening faster than ever, customers are smarter and expect more, and companies are just getting more complex. It's chaotic out there. Strategy is the tool that cuts right through all that noise. It isn't some nice-to-have document. It's the main way leaders provide a clear vision and keep everyone focused on what truly matters.
But here's a key thing to get. Strategy isn't just one single giant idea. A CEO thinks about it very differently than a marketing manager does. That's because strategy actually operates on 3 distinct levels inside a company. Let's take a look at how that's structured. This pyramid makes it super clear. Right at the top, you've got corporate strategy. That sets the whole direction for the entire company. One level down is business strategy, which is all about how to compete. And then at the base, you've got functional strategy. That's the day-to-day execution. Each level is busy answering a totally different but equally important question. So let's break that down. Corporate strategy, that's the 30,000-foot view. The people in the boardroom are asking, what industries should we even be playing in? Then you drop down to the business strategy level. A general manager here is asking, okay, in this specific market, how do we crush our competitors? And finally, the functional strategy is boots on the ground. It's marketing, it's finance, it's HR, all asking, what specific actions do we need to take today and this week to make the whole plan happen?
Okay, now that we know the what and the where, let's get our hands dirty with the how. We're going to walk through a really clear 6-step process for actually building a strategy from scratch.
And there they are, all laid out. You can see the logic, right? It flows from identity to mission to specific goals to action and finally to feedback. It starts with the big question of who are we and ends with how did we do? Let's break down those first 2 steps.
This is the absolute foundation. I mean, before you can build any kind of plan, you have to know who you are and where you're trying to go. This is all about identity and purpose.
Step 1 is about getting really honest about what you do. Are you selling quarter-inch drill bits, or are you selling quarter-inch holes? That's the end benefit. Who are you selling them to? That's your target market. And what's your secret sauce, the tech or skill that lets you do it better than anyone else? Answering these questions defines your spot in the universe.
Okay, so once you know who you are today, you then get to define who you want to become. A strategic mission isn't about hitting next quarter's sales target. It's your North Star. It's that big, long-range vision that guides every single decision you make. And check out this fantastic example. This isn't just we sell electricity. It's about being world-class, being the first choice, and winning in a competitive environment. Now that is a vision that can get an entire company fired up. It's bold, it's clear, and it's something to aspire to.
All right, with that big mission set, it's time to get specific. How do you turn that amazing vision into actual targets and a real game plan for winning?
A mission gives you inspiration, but objectives give you a target to aim at. To be really effective, they've got to be SMART. That means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. An objective like increase our market share by 10% in the next 18 months, well, that's not just a fuzzy hope. It's a clear goal that everyone can rally behind.
Step 4 is about choosing your weapon. Michael Porter's famous model is a great way to think about this. Are you going to win by being the cheapest option out there? That's cost leadership. Or will you win by being totally unique and premium? That's differentiation. Or maybe you'll just dominate a very specific little corner of the market. That's focus. You can't be everything to everyone, so you have to pick your battle.
You know, a brilliant strategy that just sits in a PowerPoint deck is completely worthless. These final 2 steps are all about execution and feedback, and honestly, they're often the hardest part.
This right here is such a key distinction to make. Step 5, implementation, is where your strategy meets your tactics. The strategy is the what. It's your long-range plan. The tactics are the how. The specific marketing campaigns, the sales calls, the product updates you do every single day to make that plan a reality.
And finally, step 6. This is what turns the whole thing from a straight line into a continuous loop. Strategy is not a set-it-and-forget-it kind of deal. The market shifts, your competitors make moves, technology changes everything. Evaluation is how you monitor your results, learn from them, and constantly tweak your strategy to stay sharp. It's a living process.
So why does all this matter, especially for a manager who's right in the middle of everything? Because this process is the ultimate alignment tool. When the corporate mission is clear and the objectives are defined, every single manager can make sure their team's daily actions, their tactics, are all pulling in the exact same direction, supporting the company's biggest goals.
So, there you have it. We've just walked through the architectural plans for building a truly successful organization. The principles are clear, the steps are laid out. The only question left is, what are you going to build with them?